Hello and happy Monday. And let's switch this so it's not so bright from all that snow in my background there. Oh, we got more snow over the weekend too. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And yeah, I was able to get away, and my husband and I went down to Omaha and stayed with his sister and took in my son's football game down there. He had a football game 5.5 hours away, and we thought, you know what, harvest has wrapped up, it is snowing, let's go and take in his football game. And so that was exciting. So I snuck in about 3 hugs in 5 minutes, and then since it was an away game for him, then he went to shower up, get on the bus, and that was about all that we got to see from him, but it was still worth it. So we love him, we love our football. Hi Joyce, hi Lois, hi Pam, hi Deb. So today, with it being Monday, I'm always excited to bring you a card, and I'm super excited about today's card. Here it is. It's card number 9 for October Stamp Camp. And so with that, I wanted to, of course, follow along. I only have like this one more card to do tomorrow, but I've been wanting to continue on with the Designer Series paper sale. And so the cute paper that I've been anxious to use this card, and I kind of have had it in my head, is using what's on the first page? Yes, the Trimming the Town, which looks very Christmassy. So I was excited to put together a card that wasn't totally Christmassy, and that was more nature. And like I had said before too, I love making cards with nature and for masculine ideas, because I have brothers and have 3 sons, and so it's always a good thing to come and bring you guys ideas as well for those occasions. So hi Julie, hi Joyce. And so with that, I think I'm ready to turn my camera around and get started for the card. I'm on my iPad here too, so if you guys have questions or comments, then I'll be sure to see those. Hi Marie. Let me get my camera down. Oops, one more notch here. All right, and with that, I'm using lots of stuff today, lots of different stuff. So I will show you the card up front. So isn't this paper just the cutest? And like I said, that is from the Trimming the Town Designer Series papers. So the Trimming the Town suite, the whole suite of products here comes from Handmade for You holiday catalog, and this is fun paper, and a lot of that paper looks like very holiday-ish, winter-ish, things like that. But I thought, oh, you know what, sometimes it's those hidden gems like this that's in there that you could use for Christmas, but it doesn't have to be. And then this little duo of trees here with the little swoop here, that is also from that same bundle with the stamp set and the dies. And I'll be using 1 stamp out of there and 1 die. And then the very next page in here, so that was page 25, the very next page 27 says Returning Fave. And that was by no means an understatement, because people loved this whole moose stamp set and the moose punch, and so they were very excited to see it come back. I kept thinking, how many of these bundles could I have sold last year had it stayed active, and then Stampin' Up! Surprised us and brought it back. So that is great. Hi Mary Lou, hi Karen. So that is where that comes from, and all these pretty papers. So yeah, there's this, but you can see all the winter scenes that are from that. And this paper is on sale through the end of this week. So it was a month-long paper sale, and I feel like Stampin' Up! Has done a great job of keeping it in stock and restocked, and so that's been great. So yeah, so I'm using the moose out of here, the tree out of here. So the Coming Home bundle I talked about first, the Merry Moose I'm using, and I'm going to show you what it would look like with that if you want to save a few steps versus that. And then the last one I'm using, so today is like a very full like list of supplies used, but I really like the Thinking of You, and I often like take the Rustic Retreat, because this is one of my favorite stamp sets, especially for outdoors or masculine looking things. I often pair that with the Merry Moose because it kind of goes along together very well. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, there's a lot of stamp sets there. And then the Rustic Retreat I just used last week, but that is page 57 here. You can see all those images from the annual catalog too. So yeah, so that's where that's from. So if you're just joining in, there's the card, and I think I will go ahead and get started on it. And so to get started, I think I'm going to just start with my background here. And I just felt like it didn't need a lot, but it's always fun to add just a little bit of background when I kind of take and make my center point like this a little bit smaller than just the 1/4 inch. So there's just enough showing that I thought, hey, let's add something to that. So I'm going to open up my old olive ink pad. And then it's just that one tree image that is from the Coming Home stamp set, kind of the bare tree. And this is where it's like, okay, this time of year, because we got all this snow and we had wind before that, our trees are looking pretty bare. It doesn't have to look like spooky like Halloween. It doesn't have to look like Christmas or anything, but we can just have it look like it is cold outside, I guess, unfortunately. So I'm just going to stamp some of these trees along the edges like so, because that is all basically that is going to show. So I'm just going to have some tops and some bottoms and some side pieces there just around the edge. So hi Donna, hi Lisa. And so with that, the reason I didn't do the inside is just because it will get covered up by the next layer and such. And so with that, I am going to do my next layer, just a little piece of old olive, and that I'm going to die cut using the Home Together dies. And I used this last week in, let's see, Kathy Hunter's virtual stamp party demonstration. So all these fun houses, trees, and the tree that I just stamped out for the background, there's even a die for that in here. Whoops, I could have done like just, a nice little swoop here of a landscape there, but I wanted the swoop with the trees. I'm just going to use the 2 trees to make plenty of room for the moose. So, so with that, I'm just going to bring that over here. Yeah, I feel like I haven't done tons of die cutting this month, or especially embossing with my folders and such through here, just because the pretty paper really steals the show, and that's what I wanted it to do. So one more day of showcasing the pretty fun papers. Oops, okay, so that is old olive. I did like a 2-inch strip by 3 1/4 in case you like to know dimensions. And so when that comes through, oh, Becky, you will love it. Especially, I mean, everything about the bundle, but the paper too is really fun. And I think this is one of those dies that I will want to keep in my collection forever, just because of what it can do for just Christmas scenes, winter scenes. Okay, so that just takes that little scrap right off of there, and it leaves these fun 2 little trees. If I would have done it the other way, it would have given a nice landscape with the 3. So that I'm going to set aside. Okay. So Becky, I'm kind of just teasing you because it's just you so far. I'm thinking that when your name pops up, your sister should come up at the same time too. Okay, so I'm going to do this part of the assembly right away. So cute trees on this side, and then when I tipped it over to put my adhesive on, doesn't this look like fun little white snowballs? It looks like snowballs more than it does like polka dots, or it almost looks like fun little white hats on or white little puff balls on Santa's hat or something too. So but this is the side that trumped today. And so sometimes I'll like even change my mind midway, like, nope, that's the paper I want to save and use later. And so then this I'm just going to butt up on the end. So my paper measurements are, well, let me think, for this pretty paper, 4.5 by 3, and then early espresso 3.25 by 4.75, and like I said, this one was a couple inches by 3.25. So there is that. And then before I get too far, I want to add my linen trim. And so on my, oh, there's a sister. Yay, there's Pam. There are two of you. I forgot already. And hi, Chris. Thanks for joining in. So on my sample here that I did for you, there's the regular linen trim that is in the catalog. Some of you might get some of this old olive linen trim. Ooh, that looks kind of rough today. And it's the same type of stuff, but with stamp camps, because this is my virtual stamp camp, I would always lay out ideas that you could mix and match and pick your own and such. So I thought, you know what? Some of you might have this laying around because it was very popular in the last catalog. And it's, you know, it matches perfect. So I thought I'm going to show you one sample, make my card with the other. The sad thing is, and this is my disclaimer, you can't order the old olive linen trim right now. And it's something I feel like with trends, Stampin' Up! Kind of comes and goes with different things, and it might come back again because I've seen popular things like that happen. So so this is using the green trim, but when I post the picture, the still shot of my card when I'm done, it will have the linen trim listed and shown too. Hi, Angie. So next I want to, let's see, I might as well just pop this right up on there. So darker today, darker cardstock. I decided, I haven't shown you guys these for a while, the dimensionals that are the black. And so not only is it not white, it's the black. It is also sold as a 2-pack. So that's what makes it different. So if you buy the black dimensionals, you'll get 2 sheets of the regular size and then 2 sheets of the mini. So, but we still have the white ones that are this size all in one package, and the minis sold in their own package too. So the black ones are the only ones that come as a combo pack. So I'm just going to peel that off. And so if somebody, or one of these, if somebody sees or one of these dimensionals is peeking out, they'll see it as more of a dark shadow versus the bright white against the darker cardstock. Hi, Kathy. Haven't seen you for a while, unfortunately. It's good to see you on here. Okay, so I've got that on there like so, and it's really coming together well. Like I said, I just loved the colors for an outdoorsy look. And then it comes time for the mousse. So I'm going to open up my Early Espresso ink pad here and ink up my mousse from the Mary Mousse bundle here in that Early Espresso ink. And this is going to take just a little bit of coloring. Whoops, there we go. Good camera angle there. In the stamp set, here again, there is the one that I just stamped out here, and then there's a solid image. This could go in here, or these two could be stamped separate. They both fit within the punch, but first I'm going to color. I love Pinterest because sometimes as I'm working on my different things to get ready for you, my different creations, I'm always like, okay, should I do this? Should I do that? And sometimes just seeing how a mousse might be colored in might make it go like, oh, I never thought about that, or oh, I'm switching to plan B because I like it more than plan A. So this is just the Stampin' Blends, the ivory one. Here we go. Ivory, which is sold as a 2-pack with the bronze colored too. And then I'm switching over to my soft suede, and I'll start with the dark soft suede, and I'm just going to color in around his ear and his eye and make that darker, and then just kind of outline him like so. I forgot my my glasses back in my craft room, which I'm really enjoying wearing when I'm doing things like this. But luckily we've got some great sunshine, so that is nice and helpful. Just gonna go up the width of the marker. I feel like Stampin' Up! Made this so it's almost like perfect to fit in the inside of his legs where they get skinny there. Sometimes it helps like that are so nice. Okay, and then wherever they've got kind of extra little art pieces of detail, then I'm just going over that too with my darker soft suede. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit, go over the belly here and fill in that leg. Okay, so that's all done with this. I love how you sisters are talking back and forth with what you're gonna get. That's awesome. Hello, Wendy. Wendy probably, I can't remember if Wendy has this punch, but Wendy, my friend, has seen like a bear in real life lately. So she's probably like, yeah, I don't want to see a mama moose either anytime soon after my scare with a real bear in wildlife. Okay, so I'm just filling that in with some of my soft suede. And at first I went, oh, that's not so super great. It just looks like lines. And so if you give it just like a minute, and as I finish doing more with my card, you'll see how the blends just really kind of settle down and blend together a little bit more. So I'm just going to take that mousse. Yes, Wendy, so true. Okay, and I'm trying to get that in the camera and show it for you too as well. But the blends just really make this mousse pop, which is fun. And so that pops out there too. So we have the mousse colored in, and you can already see it starting to kind of blend a little bit more and look a little bit more natural. So I'm just going to take these tinier dimensionals, the mini dimensionals of the black ones here, and they fit in perfectly in the moose's antlers, which is great. So that way they stick up, and then I'm just going to put some wherever they fit, kind of here and there on the mousse. Oops. Hopefully not all stuck to my fingers. There we go. And then the mousse will just go right on here like so. So this is where if you were making your own version, you could, you know, put any kind of greeting up there that you wanted to or not. But that's where I thought pulling in the stamp set Rustic Retreat, the Thinking of You was like just perfect for this. So I'm just going to ink that up in some early espresso ink, and then putting that on Old Olive just kind of matches. And I tell you, I did about 3 different cardstock colors, and I did about 3 different ink color combinations per each thing, just to make it be what I wanted it to be. And this is really, really easy to cut out just because it's almost like a rectangle, and then you can just kind of shimmy back and forth on the rustic looking edges like so. And then I'm going to take a couple more of those black dimensionals and put those on the back side here of that. And we have that like so. And then before I get too far, I did want to show you, I did ink up the mousse in the early espresso, and I wanted to show you what that would look like on the card too instead. So if you wanted to make it super easy and think coloring's not my thing, or hey, I don't have the blends yet, but I have that ink pad, this is what the card would look like with just an early espresso solid mousse. And I thought, you know what, that looks pretty decent too. So I kind of toyed around with having that be on the card as well. So instead, you guys are getting a colored one and more tips on how to color. And I didn't do anything today with accessories on the card, because I thought, knowing my brothers, if I were to send this to them or something, this would probably be like a birthday card. And I thought, okay, the linen trim is probably about, you know, the most that I should do for accessorizing a guy or masculine card. So I'm leaving it like that. But if you order my cards through my stamp camp for the month of October, because like I said, this is card number 9, you'll get a happy birthday stamped out like so, and just as an insert on white to go inside your card. But I'm not going to to tape it down, I'm just going to have that sitting in the inside of your card like so. So that way, if you have a different reason for it to be thinking of you, then it doesn't have to be happy birthday. It can be something else. You can flip it over and put whatever you want on your insert too. And I know you guys have done really well with getting back to me as far as feedback and saying you appreciate that. I know like there's one this month that has the fishes, and it can be like a job well done versus a birthday card too. And having the loose insert is kind of nice too. Hello, Tori. So that is all for today's card. Alrighty, so once again, I feel like by the time I got through all my different color combinations that I wanted to come up with certain elements, it was like, oh, that took a little bit longer than I thought, but I was really happy with how it turned out, because I wanted that cute paper to really be the center point of the card, and I think it still stayed true to that as well. So it's Monday, and that's card number 9 for October Stamp Camp. Thank you so much, Becky and Lisa. And so tomorrow I'll be back with card number 10, and it is about time to wrap up, just because I need to get busy and I need to finish up the cards to get out to you guys, and I hope to do that Wednesday. And so I've been kind of going along. I did bring lots of, like a couple tubs of things to put cards together while I was away this weekend. And then when the roads got bad, I thought I'm gonna help my husband pay attention to the roads, because they did get slippery on our way home, and I just kind of wanted to relax. So the tubs just sat there. They'll be there tonight when I relax too, and make some more cards for you. So I hope to get those out to you guys soon, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining in.